Words matter.
Welcome to the Words Matter Pod with the Kill Pinnacle podcast dedicated to words, to storytellers. Actually, I changed it. I'm here at the Envy of New York 4-year anniversary brunch hosted by Lips Cafe in Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. I'm here with Marcus.
Yes, sir.
And I'm assuming you're an Envy supporter?
Yes, sir. I am, definitely.
Yeah. So how long you been supporting Envy?
Well, I just got put on to them not too long ago. Maybe about like a year or so.
Yeah.
So, I just had to come out, support, and, just try and work with them any way I can, honestly.
Yeah. What do you do?
I'm an artist, R&B artist.
Okay. Yeah, so probably you could wear Envy in your videos and anything that you do promotionally or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. How long, have you been I guess like how often do you wear Envy on a regular basis?
I try to wear as much as possible. I copped this fire like red coat. Well, not a coat, like a jacket I got from them, and I wore it in like this photo shoot that I had. So like that is like a staple piece that I have. So like I try to wear that as often as I can. So yeah, with them that's like my favorite piece by them. So like whenever I could throw that on to like pop out or something, yeah, I use that.
Mm-hmm. And what do you love about Envy of New York?
Just the authenticity of like what they got going on, and one, besides the fact that they're black owned, because that's key right there. But just the authenticity within like the brand itself, what they stand for, and just how they represent that through the artwork that they choose, and just the way that they reach out to like different, like being at Lips Cafe, you know what I mean, like reaching out to the community, black community, and just things of that nature.
Yeah. And we all wear clothes. Obviously, some of these brands are designers, some streetwear. What is it about Envy that makes you want to be here and a part of the brand in a way that's bigger than just a traditional transactional merchant and customer relationship?
Yeah. Well, it kind of just goes on to the fact of like what they represent, and to me that's a big reason of why I like choose them over like other brands and just want to wear their clothing. Is that community aspect that they provide, and how they try and give back, and they try to just incorporate the black community into what they got going on. And it's just something that I really like. I feel strong about, and I'm just happy that that's something that they really trying to push. So any chance I get to support is something that I'm happy to do.
Mm-hmm. And it's cool that you have that attachment, that emotional attachment with the brand, because you could easily just be a person who just wears the clothes because you think it's fly, but it's definitely more impactful to create something that really resonates in communities.
Yeah, because don't get me wrong, they stuff is fire.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't, like even if like everything I said was true and the clothes itself wasn't that appealing, like I wouldn't just rock it just because of that. But plus that the clothes is fire, and like you could pop out and you could style it how you want. It's just a plus on it. So
yeah. And what are you expecting from your time here today?
With Envy or with you guys?
No, with Envy and just being here at this 4-year anniversary brunch.
Just popping out, showing love, just connecting with some of the guys that run it. Copping some pieces, get my drip up, and I'm just trying to work with some of the guys, try and make some connections where it benefits both parties. What I got going on, what they got going on, but just besides that, just supporting them and showing love.
Yeah. So thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Marcus, for sitting down with me in the Words Matter Pod.
Sure.
And talking about your why you love Envy and why you came out today. Sure, Scott and the whole team appreciates that. So yeah, man, thank you.
No doubt. Thank you for having me on the pod.
Of course. So we back here at the Envy 4-year anniversary brunch hosted by Lips Cafe in Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. We have to my left
Jaykimball.
Jaykimball?
Kimball.
Jaykimball, oh my fault. How are you, man?
Good to you?
I'm good. So, obviously, you're a supporter of Envy. How long you been a supporter?
I want to say for probably, I'd say like a year, 2 years probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what drew you to the brand? Who introduced you to the brand? How'd you find out?
So I'm actually cool with Drew.
Okay.
For the brand, so I kind of found out about them through him. Like once he joined the team, I love like black-owned brands. It's like something different that a lot of people don't know about. So I try to support them like early on, just because it makes it easy for just to help put them on, like, just put people on, and to support honestly.
Yeah. What is it about black-owned brands that makes you want to be a part of it and be a member of the team?
Just supporting my people, especially if it's dope and creative, it just like stands out. Like when I support is my people, I feel more comfortable wearing, clothes that my people help create and just like put out there. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And what brought you here today?
Love Lips Cafe, loves Envy. I love Envy, so two of my favorite like brands I feel like come together. It's like I have to come out. I have to, show face. So it's like a must to see come out.
And you from this community?
Yeah. Born and raised in Brooklyn all my life.
Okay. Yeah. We all wear clothes, obviously. Some of these brands are designers, some streetwear.
Right.
What is it about Envy that makes you want to be here, part of the brand in a way that's bigger than just the transactional, traditional merchant and customer relationship?
This streetwear, like, it speaks to me. Like, I feel like it's of the culture. Like, like little tees and just like the little shirts they make and just like the pants. Like, it represents us in the culture, honestly. Like, I could look at it and be like, all right, like, this is me. This is what I grew up on. This is like what I'm used to. This is what I can put my kids on to eventually if I keep wearing these shirts and like pass it on to them eventually. So like that's type of stuff I want to be able to like do, like just help with legacy, honestly.
Yeah. And what are you expecting from your time here today?
Networking, supporting, showing love to us, showing love to our people, showing love to my people, and just I hope that people that's passing by just outside, support the brand and like follow them and really, take heed to what they're doing, honestly. Take heed to what all black brands are doing.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you. For sure.
Thank you for allowing me to interview you, and once again, thank you to Scott and Lips Cafe. Words matter. Welcome to the Words Matter pod once again with the Killpin Aka podcast dedicated to storytellers. I'm here at the Envy of New York 4-year anniversary brunch hosted by Lips Cafe in Brooklyn, New York. I'm here with Mango. Mango, I know you've probably seen him in a lot of the Envy ads, and he's a part of the team, and he's here today out here in Flatbush. So what brought you here?
I'm here, of course, as a team member in support of this beautiful brand that I work with, this beautiful family. We just here carrying some vibrations in light of 4 years. And honestly, I love Brooklyn, so anytime I could come out here, and it's related to Envy, I'm here.
Yeah, where are you from?
I'm actually from the Bronx, born in Harlem, and then moved up to the Bronx like around 3 years old.
Okay. And how long you been a supporter of Envy? I mean, were you a supporter as long as you've been doing work with them?
I think, it was beautiful is I met Envy at a fashion show, and I never was able to make it to the casting calls because I lived in the Bronx and it was upstate in Rockland. And
I'm from Spring Valley. Yeah.
So man, it's all love, bro. There's so many beautiful people out there, so many dope creatives too, and like y'all branching out to the city. And I saw Scott, and we actually kind of like crossed by each other, and he looked at me like, "You modeling here?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Where you been?" I'm like, "I actually live in the Bronx." He's like, "We gotta tap in. We gotta tap in." Turned into 4 years.
Yeah. And what have you learned, working with Envy these past 4 years?
Honestly, I've learned the importance of just execution, planning, and that you can't do it by yourself.
Yeah.
A good team is very helpful, and when everybody upholds their end, you can really see something come to life beautifully and thrive.
And what do you love about Envy of New York?
What I truly love most is that we embody nostalgia. I'm all about nostalgic things. Even in my own craft and work, I love to bring back what we grew up on, mixed with today. And I think Envy brings nostalgia and streetwear to a new place that will show over time.
Yeah. You a great interviewer, man. You a great interview. Like
I appreciate it, bro.
You get interviewed on a regular basis.
I don't know. I feel real comfortable like with stuff like this.
Yeah.
Honestly, thank you, man.
We all wear clothes, and some of these brands are designers, some of these streetwear. What is it about Envy that makes you want to support the brand past like the traditional transactional customer merchant relationship?
I love the way you worded that a lot.
Thank you.
honestly, because I'm past the whole transactional thing, and you know, some brands, they're not small time, so it is going to be transactional. But I like to create that experience, and I feel like Envy creates it for me. It creates a sense of intimacy where, you know, when you do shop or you do support, whether you're from New York yourself or not,
Yeah.
you feel a sense of like this brand sees me as more than just a person giving them money. And that's what I really enjoy about where business still is business, because you got to get it done, but it feels like a complete experience.
Yeah. You lived in different places in New York. What does being in New York mean to you? Being from New York mean to you?
It means that every day I wake up and, you know, not to put such a perspective of like negativity, but it's survival. And it's survival in a mental aspect, it's survival in an artistical aspect. And I think New York is preparing me for the world, honestly. You know, it's not easy to become a contagious thing out here, but when you do, you're gonna make it all over the globe. And that's what I love most about my city. Is it take time to love you, but when they love you, they rockin' with you forever.
Yeah. And what are you expecting from your time here today?
Honestly, just to like have a really good time, see people that love the brand for what it is come out. I see familiar faces already and new ones. And I honestly want to get a little lit, you know? I want to get a little lit at lips.
All right, man. Thank you, Mango, for allowing me to interview you today. And thank you for, you know, I'm sure everybody's familiar with you who frequents the website and who is a continuous supporter. So thank you, you know, for your contributions. And yeah.
Thank you, Akil. It was a pleasure, bro. Your setup is beautiful. And you were a pretty good interviewer yourself, man.
Thank you, man.
Much love, bro.
All right. Welcome back to the Words Matter Pod with Akil Pinaka podcast dedicated to storytellers. I'm here at the Envy of New York 4-year anniversary brunch hosted by Lips Cafe in Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. I'm here with the better half of Scott, founder of Envy. Jodie, if you go to any of the Envy pop-ups, you're going to see her. She's working. She got the toddler. She's doing a lot of things. So I just felt like it would be cool to just have her perspective because she's been there day one, I would say, right?
Day negative 365 for real, before
Yeah.
the world knew what Envy was going to be.
So how is that like?
It's interesting,
Yeah.
to say the very least. A lot of times we butt heads, and I think it's because we both have different levels of passion for the brand. A lot of times I feel like it's me talking him through like just the potential that I see for certain designs. Like it'll start one place and I'm like, all right, bro, we could do a little bit more. And it's like, what you mean? Can you just tell me if it's good? And I'm like, no, I believe in you. Let's go a little bit further. But it always ends up being something great. I feel like we always, no matter how much we butt heads or what we butt heads about, like at the end of the day, we turn to each other like, yeah, we did that. Like, this is smooth. Like, you know? So, yeah.
And what do you think your role is? I mean, you do a little bit of everything, but what would you say your role is?
I don't know how I can really define my role. I think we have a very interesting dynamic because beyond helping Scott like with Envy in terms of like the concepts and designs for the clothing and the collections, he also works with my agency and we produce a lot of like we get like come up with a lot of the creative concepts for like his pop-up shops and a lot of things like that, like his all his photo shoots I do set design for. All the pop-up shops, we produce those for him. So it goes, my role, like I don't think I necessarily have a specific role.
Yeah.
I feel like because this is my partner's brand, I wear many hats and
And whatever he needs.
Whatever he needs, whether it's packing packages, putting tags onto merch, putting side stickers on, going to photo shoots, steaming clothes, literally everything.
How does it feel to have all these supporters here?
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and I think one of the biggest things that makes it feel so surreal to me is just seeing, like, just thinking about like the first conversations that we had when he thought about starting the brand by itself. Jace was just a couple months, and now seeing that, like, just having Jace exposed to seeing people, like, he's literally walked down the street and seen somebody wearing an Envy piece and be like, Daddy, look, it's Envy. Like, it's very, like, it literally makes me tear up.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
Aw. So, but what is the importance of having this brunch? What do you think the importance is?
I think, well, one, without our community, our friends, our family, the brand wouldn't be what it is now.
Yeah.
So I think it's great to just like bring everybody together, even with that, but besides the merch or anything else, or like just a sense of community and camaraderie. Like that's one of the biggest important, like the main thing that Scott like is, you know, like he wants to put at the forefront at all times. So I think it's really good just to get everybody together, especially after the crazy 2 years that we've had, and just making sure everybody like feels love, spreads love, feels joy. Yeah.
Scott told me privately that the theme of this anniversary is to usually always show love to the communities within New York and what it means to be here. Did you always envision these kind of events from the beginning?
Absolutely. Knowing him, yeah. I knew that it wouldn't, and like just knowing also a lot of the other goals that he has for the brand and for himself personally. He's deeply rooted in his community, and he has always wanted to find ways to bring people that he knows or don't know together and like help people to form a new connections and relationships, and you know, for the ones that do know each other, like form ways for people to just continue to grow in their relationships. So I know that these types of events are just the beginning of like a larger scope of things that he wants to achieve later on down the line.
What do you want your team and, you know, yourself and everyone who attended this brunch to take away from this event?
Love.
Yeah.
For real. Like, as a community, I think it's important, and we can see the importance of us just supporting each other and being there for each other. Like, without us, we aren't able to accomplish any of our dreams, for real. It's sad to say that we live in a world that is a lot of clout.
Yeah.
So it's like once people see you have a strong support system or like people behind you, they're like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
Like,
when they been though. Yeah.
So yeah, it's really good to have everybody come together. For real.
I think that's a good place to wrap it up, man. Thank you, Jodie, for I see you were hesitant about doing the interview, but you're a great interviewee. And I think it's
I just don't like hearing my voice and you know, talking sometimes makes me a little bit uncomfortable. But
I'm sorry.
thanks. I appreciate it.
You're telling me that now. But yeah, I mean, no, I think it's important for people to hear your perspective, because you're there every day. You're a support system. You're the therapist. You're the assistant. You're doing everything. You're doing multiple roles as well as being a mom. So thank you. And thank you for allowing me to interview.
Thanks, and thank you to everybody that's been supporting Envy for the last 4 years. We really wouldn't be here without you guys. So,
all right, welcome back to the Words Matter Pod with Akil Pinnock. Once again, I'm here at the Envy of New York 4-year anniversary brunch hosted by Lips Cafe in Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. I'm here with Manuel.
Yes, sir.
Manuel, you are a videographer?
Yeah, I do videography for Envy, yeah.
Okay. So we got, this is like I guess you could say third person on the Envy team, because you had Jodie, Scott's girl, partner. She's there.
Partner in crime.
Yeah, all hands on deck for everything.
Mrs. Envy.
First lady, yeah. And we got Manuel, and then I had Mango.
Yes,
so, trying to get everybody here, but I'm just happy to have you here. We had a good conversation earlier about me podcasting and just a little bit about my background as a podcaster and stuff, just off the mic outside the restaurant.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here, man. I'm always happy to learn about, like, I didn't know this about you. I've seen you a few times, but I didn't know this aspect of you, right? So I always like learning things to just bring people closer.
Yeah. Thank you, man. You know, we both from Spring Valley, so
yes, sir.
Of course that's that's a plus. So I definitely, I've interviewed a lot of people from Spring Valley so far on this podcast. So I love just showing people the greatness of our little small town in the New York City area that a lot of people don't know about.
Hell yeah, man. Maybe this is a start or a reason for like an actual episode, you know?
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to have all these supporters at the brunch?
Oh, it feels great, man. I think anybody that comes through and has love for Envy is they're just great. I trust them fully. And you always what I also appreciate is that you see a lot of the same faces a lot of the time, and that just speaks. I think that speaks a lot to the brand and to Scott in particular.
Yeah. What specifically does it speak to?
I think it speaks to the mission of Envy in itself, but also like Scott wanting to sort of build community and like when you have community, it grows obviously outside of itself or bigger than itself, but community always comes through and they show love and they support, right? So I think it just speaks to the community building aspect.
And what do you think the importance is of having this brunch and just being here and just more than, I guess, more interactive than transactional?
I think that's always a good thing. I think this brunch is important. It's always good to celebrate life. You know what I'm saying? And, Envy is like an entity, but it's something that you breathe life into and you put so much like, sweat equity into. So it kind of deserves, it deserves love like this and to be celebrated and to have people come out and, it deserves all of it. What was the second part that you had asked me?
Oh, just like what is the importance of being in an event like this and other, outside of just buying a shirt, buying some clothes and just keeping it moving, like
I think
community aspect.
I think this is probably like my third Envy event that I'm a part of. That I'm a part of the team, and I think that none of the events are like that. It's never been this transactional thing, and I think that speaks to the audience too. It speaks to everything, like I said, to the brand, to the audience, and to the minds that are at work, just putting everything together. When you have good people that come around, like it can't be transactional, because when you have good energies that mix, it can't not do what it does, So
How long you been a part of the team?
Man, I'm probably the youngest. I have the least amount of time on the team. I want to say months, 5 months, 6 months. Very, very recent.
And what made you want to join?
Well, my brother Mango, he when me and Mango first began, just like getting real close, I was surprised to find out that he was on a team to begin with. Right?
Okay.
With certain people, when you hear about certain people in certain situations, right, it like tells you about them, right? So hearing that Mango was on a team for somebody else's brand and he had brands of his own, I said, this is a brother that can be led, and that's important to understand. So I was definitely like inspired by him and just what he told me the vibe of the team was and what the team needed, and I'm always interested in being a part of things that's bigger than me. Scott's also from Rockland. It's just a lot of positive factors that so why not?
I mean, you've been to a few Envy events. You said this is like your third event working there. Since you've been working for Envy, did you envision events like this, like when you bigger events when you first started? When
I had pulled up to an Envy pop-up in Brooklyn last year before I became part of the team, and I thought the turnout was great. I thought just how everything was situated was real nice. But I think even this doesn't even like hold a candle to what's to come for Envy. You know what I'm saying? I think I see Envy being a premier brand in New York City, and I think it's well on its way to that, and this is the antithesis of things like that, the building blocks. You need people that will come to a local sort of situation multiple times, one after the other,
to buy, you know, a different rendition of the same thing. Like you need that type of support and that love before it becomes this thing that takes this real wave, right? So I lost my train of thought, but I think I answered the question.
Yeah, no, you did.
Yeah.
You said you think that Envy will become one of the premier brands in New York.
Absolutely, if not already.
Yeah, what does being from New York mean to you?
I mean, it means a lot. I think people that are from New York in general are it's sort of like mended with their being and their personality, right? I think you can't not be identified anywhere in the world, or especially in the country.
Easily identifiable everywhere.
Yeah, easily identifiable. But more than that, I think it just means like, I don't know. New York is about like, damn, I don't know.
It's a certain, you can't really put a finger on it.
It's a certain vibe, it's a certain energy. You know, to a lot of people it struggles. To most people it's like more beautiful than anything else. I'd rather be here struggling than in most places. I'll put it like that.
I understand that, and that's a lot of people's perspective too.
Yeah.
What do you want your team and everyone who attended this event today to take away from it?
Envy is a brand that really cares about their people. You know, they appreciate the love, and you know, growth takes time. These bigger, more premier ideas, they take time, but you know, they can't become anything without these people that are here showing us love always. And yeah, at scale, I think, you know, we want them to know that they love and we appreciate them.
Yeah. Thank you. That's a good answer. Thank you, Manuel.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
you for you know, what you've been doing for Envy thus far for the past few months that you've been a part of the team, and thank you for allowing me to interview you today.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
This feels great.
All right, man. Words matter.
Yes, sir.